thank you very much. It was a great honor to even be recognized in the category, and to win Merchandiser of the Year for the resort was an unbelievable honor. So thank you. My upstart and upbringing through Seaview has been something really unique. Where I actually started at Seaview as an intern in 2012. And worked up into the first assistance role, which is a tournament coordinator position there, until 2016, where I took a head professional job at Lake of Isles in Connecticut, which is another Troon managed facility. So a brief stint at Lake of Isles, and I got the call to come back to Seaview, and it was really a full circle moment for me, going back to Seaview and saying, hey, this is watching some great guys ahead of me. A lot of great leaders coming out of Seaview, and having the opportunity to take over there has been a great honor. So excited to be there. So to lean on a lot of our history and what we've done, we leverage a lot of things with the 1942 PGA Championship that we hosted. We had our centennial a few years ago, so we tried to do some specialty merchandise geared around the centennial, and then obviously hosting the ShopRite LPGA Classic every year. We are in charge of the satellite merchandise shop there, so it's a little unique where actually we're in charge. We run it, we staff it, we man it, and we actually get to recognize all the revenues from it too, which is a nice little partnership that we have from Eiger Marketing and ShopRite LPGA, which is it's been a great partnership since they've been back in 2010. We look forward to continuing that every year. We hope to, in 2021, once again, have some fans and really bring that concession back into it, because it's a nice merchandise piece for the resort, but it's also, it's a really well locally backed event, and it's something we really enjoy being behind every year. We use some unique leverage with the event, in that we host the merchandise concession, so we actually kind of can control a secondary visit from our guests. So if people are passing through the concession, we can prompt a bounce back voucher and stuff it in their merchandise bags and say, hey, come back to Seaview. 2 weeks after the event, we'll do a little blowout sale of the ShopRite merchandise, but come back and enjoy a greens fee at a discounted rate. So we try to be creative in prompting a return visit, because it is so community-based, and having the local community come out that may not necessarily play Seaview, except in the shoulder seasons or in the off season, where it's a little bit more price friendly. So.
Handle the fact that you're a big facility. You have 36 holes. I don't know how many rounds you do, but you can mention that. How do you handle that and manage your inventory throughout the year?
Sure. So yeah, we're 36 holes. We do between 47 and 48,000 rounds annually between two golf courses, and the Pines is actually shut down from November to April. So the bulk of our rounds come from April through November. We use a lot of leverage. We're happy to be managed by Troon Golf, so we have some leverage, and we have an area retail manager who helps us with our inventory on a monthly basis. Tyler, our head golf professional, is very involved with everything that goes down in and out of the merchandise room, and make sure the floor is fresh and constantly refilled and stocked. And my whole team altogether is real. I couldn't do it without them, because they get behind it every single day, make sure the shop looks fresh, looks good, and is continually updated for all of our guests coming through. We try and be creative. We create a promotional calendar in the off season before we really have any of our seasonal staff come back in. And then we use that promotional calendar to try and drive some sales through the year, but also incentivize our staff to try and be creative and upsell and do what we can. Being a for-profit entity, being a resort, we want to make sure we're trying to drive every sale that we can. So we'll leverage anything we can use from our vendor relationships. Example, Bushnell, Jim Ravina was nice enough to give us a Bushnell that I was able to say, hey guys, whoever is leading in sales for the month of June, guess what, you're going to get a $600 rangefinder. So really using not just our corporate sponsorships, but also our local vendor relationships, and pivoting that to promote increased sales through the year. So it's been really successful for us. It's been great to retain, keep some friendly competition amongst the staff, and some good morale. Yeah, we have 4 major events every year that come in and host a satellite golf shop. And what we do, since Seaview is so big and we're lucky to have the banquet space to do this, is we can we create a remote pro shop almost, where we lay out, we do a lot of partnered events with Under Armour or with FootJoy, and we bring in unique non-logoed merchandise, and we have the opportunity to sell it at a tournament discount to the event itself, and we make a little bit of a better profit on that margin. So in doing so, it gives the guests an experience to come in, whether they give a certain allotment in a voucher, whether it's 50, 100, or 150 retail dollars that they get to spend, versus at an off price for the client. So they can come in, they have a really nice show for their guests that a lot of the time goes unseen in any of the other corporate outings that these people may play in through the year. So they come in, they get a couple $100 worth of perceived value in addition to their round of golf that day. So it's been really successful for us in trying to drive additional merchandise sales through just your standard polo hat and a sleeve of ball sitting on the golf shop. It's really catered to the event itself versus us having a stock option per se. Staying engaged through our customers through the year has been a strong point. I think we've been voted one of the friendliest staffs, and that's something that we take pride in every day, because our guests coming through are so important to us to create return and repeat guests that it's been an honor to work with the team that I have. But our local base, our pass holder and member base, where it creates a good, strong base market for us to continually drive sales. And then keeping that in mind, really being just a friendly, welcoming staff, and guiding people to what they may look like. So many people are just guided to the discount rack in the back or something off price where they may not see something or say, oh, that's cool. And you prompt a conversation and you just start really talking with them. So I give my guys full rein and saying, hey, go embrace the customer, let the phone ring a little bit, people will call back. It's okay, embrace what's in front of you and really try and take advantage of that. It starts with my team full out. I really have to thank Tyler, Tyner, Chris Filling, our head pro and our first assistant. Without them, this award's not possible. The rest of my seasonal team, all of our vendor relationships, our corporate relationship with Katie Warner, our area retail manager, my 2 mentors in the business, Brian Rashley and Kevin DiDonato, both coming from Seaview, the guys I learned from, Daryl Morgan in our corporate office, and all my family and friends, my family, my fiance Diane, and everyone that can kind of support us on a daily basis. So.